What is going on, guys, and welcome to Supervive, one of the hottest games to be released. Honestly, I'm a really big fan of this game, and it pretty much happened to appear on my feed as somebody was playing this game, and I did not know anything about this game. I didn't know much about the developers either, and I just wanted to give this game a try, and I have been playing non-stop. This game is absolutely fantastic. The developer is theorycraft Games, a pretty small developer from what I've seen. I'm not very much in tune of how huge they are, but it is a pretty good developer because this game is extremely high quality. Even though it's still on early access on Steam, it is a free to play game. I highly recommend you guys play it. It is a top-down battle royale MOBA, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm a big MOBA fan. As you guys always watch the Dota content, you guys will be seeing a lot of Supervive here on the channel. This game is very fun, and I've been waiting for a really good MOBA to come out. And even though it's not your traditional MOBA, it's still something that was really scratching my itch for gaming. I was never really big into Fortnite or other battle royale games, but this one just hits the spot. I love the way the characters look. I love the way the map plays. I love pretty much everything about this game. If I had something to say that I did not like, is the fact that it doesn't play like Dota in terms of like I can't click and move my character. I kind of have to move with the WASD keys, which that's pretty much my only complaint. I kind of wish it had point click system. That would be a lot better for me, but honestly that was more for the beginning. The first few games were a little bit difficult for me to pick up and understand how to play it, as I don't play a whole lot of other games that aren't Dota nowadays, so I've kind of lost my touch with my mouse in terms of shooters. Once you get a little bit of practice, it becomes very second nature and quite easily. Once you figure out your settings that are right for you with your mouse, very easy. But sometimes I do get over carried away on looking at my character, not where my cursor is, which is a little bit of a problem. But this game does have a pretty steep learning curve. But I think for newer players who like a challenge and like to be learning something every single game, this is the game for you. This is a game that I don't see it getting boring or repetitive whatsoever. I've played over 50 games by now, and honestly every single game I'm learning something. I'm picking up something off the ground that I didn't pick up before, and I'm doing things around the map that I didn't know I could do, and pushing these heroes to the absolute limit is absolutely fantastic. And knowing kind of like your power spikes, because some heroes are very garbage at level 1, but maybe when they're level 4 they're just way stronger than other heroes. And the thing is, you are always going to go up against different characters, and that's what makes this game exciting. You can really start to pick up not really counter matchups per se, but you're going to get a feel of what your character does best and who he's up against and what you can actually do against that character and what they can do against you. And you kind of start learning more or less what your hero can actually do and what his capabilities are, and if you stand a chance or if you don't, which is really nice. And it's also really challenging to be able to play with another teammate and be able to succeed. The fact that you can revive each other and stuff like that is really crucial, and there's a lot of team play and synergy. Even though you're playing with a complete stranger, I did not find very toxic players. Actually, I thought people were actually very nice, which is very surprising to me. Usually players are extremely toxic, even though this was not ranked, so maybe in ranked games are a lot more toxic. But in terms of unranked, I had really good experiences with the players I was playing with. People were very friendly. Their mics were pretty much on all the time, so they were able to help me out and teach me new things about the game. And that's honestly a very welcoming community from what I've been playing. I have not ran into a single player that I wished I would not play with again. Pretty much all the players that I was playing with, I would love to play with these players again and pretty much have a really good time and kill as much people as possible. This game is just extremely fun, and just the fact that you can loot and level up your character is really nice, because you can start seeing how weak you are from level 1, and eventually when you get to level 6, level 7, level 8, these levels you're going to be much stronger, and you're going to see that maybe once that you were taken out by a team and you got revived, maybe you can take that team out later as your levels go up, as your inventory gets stronger, and as you have much better armor and a better understanding for the game when it comes to healing, knowing when to heal, when to dash, and when to back out of a fight, reset, and then come back in much stronger. Also, keeping an eye on your abilities when it's time to level them up is very important, because when I started, I honestly thought the abilities would level themselves. I don't know why I thought that, but that's something that I wasn't paying attention to early on, and it can be missed sometimes because it's usually on your bottom left screen, and it can be challenging sometimes to keep up with that. In the middle of a fight, you'll get enough XP to level up, and it could be the difference of you winning the fight or not, because you more likely than not need that upgrade to be able to win the fight. And it can be very important if you're able to click it fast enough and get that upgrade going. As well as you have PvP and PvE side quests, which is really nice. You're able to kill creeps around the map, giving you extra gold, dropping extra loot and also giving you lots and lots of XP, which is very necessary for you to be able to upgrade your abilities and be overall much stronger and much tankier. So it is really nice that you can kind of take a breather and not always have to fight constantly. You can do some PvP missions and then you can do some PvE missions to kind of like reset and run around the map capturing objectives, because you can pretty much capture your own base and that's going to be pretty much your respawn point. As far as I understand, there's a lot of side quests and things you can do on the map, and also if the enemy wants to take your base, pretty much you get a notification and you can see them on the map as they're in vision, and you go and you defend your territory. And it can be nice because you can invade other territories as well, invade their base, try and take that over, and that is also another step of very fun gameplay. As well as flying, you can just fly through all these obstacles, but you need to keep in mind you can easily fall off the map if you're not careful, which has happened to me quite a bit, and it can be very frustrating, very annoying, but it's a part of the game and it's super fun, the fact that you can fly. And you can also use that flying mobility to your advantage to reposition into a much better position, and you don't have to dash all the time. You can save your dashes for after, and it's very good that you can do this. And I don't see a whole lot of players doing this quite enough. They don't use their glider in between the fights as much as I think they should. At least for now, I think it's a really good strategy for you to use your glider a lot more often. That way you save your dashes only for when absolutely necessary. Another thing is this game is extremely popular with a very thriving and growing player base, which makes me really excited to see. I hope you guys can support the game by going to their store and buying the new skins, which are absolutely insane. I already bought one of the legendary skins, which is really nice, and I think these skins are going to be just getting better and better over time. But I'm happy to see that the game is insanely popular with the ratings and very positive reviews. I hope these developers continue to crank up the updates and continue to add really fantastic heroes just to keep things spicy and keep the game interesting, and maybe release new maps for Christmas. Maybe there's so much opportunity these developers have with a game like this. The fact that the game is super popular, I don't see this game dying anytime soon. And honestly, I was thinking about esports in this game. I think it would be really awesome to see some esports happening. There's a lot of things, even though the game is still in early access, there's so much opportunity for these guys to do the right thing and keep their player base engaged, and also doing Twitch drops. They're doing a whole lot of things to keep the community engaged, and I see that they're fixing a lot of the bugs that have been happening in the game, but they're very minimal. Honestly, for a game that's in early access, I think I ran into maybe 1 or 2 bugs, but they weren't groundbreaking, they weren't game breaking, there weren't anything absolutely insane, nothing unplayable. So I'm very excited to see that. There wasn't too much shenanigans going on in terms of dropping frames. I didn't see a whole lot of that, so I'm very happy to see this, because the game is still in early access, so they're still polishing a few things. I think this game is going to absolutely thrive and definitely destroy the market. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys have played Supervive, I will be leaving a link down below for you guys to download the game if you guys want to try it out. And if you guys want to add me on Supervive and you guys want to hit up some games, definitely let me know. And if you guys are a veteran of this game and you know a whole lot about this game, obviously much more than me, I'm only about 50 games in, then definitely let me know in the comments and we can definitely make some videos together and try and learn as much as possible. I will be making guides on this game as soon as possible, because I still need quite a few games to understand most of the characters. I don't know all of them yet, and I still really want to understand what I'm doing before I make even a beginner's guide. I still want to learn much more before I start making videos on specific characters. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.